Yep. Good afternoon to everybody. My good friends. I just want to bring everybody up to speed following conversation yesterday with my brother, Victor Romanica, an accomplished writer and now a publisher of literary works. So to bring you up to speed, people are asking me, Kegusi, Chichi, what happened? You went quiet on the book. Why? We were listening to you. That I seem to have been carried away with my stories. Come on guys. Show some love. Give the man some love, Anyway, the Ugandan Tales is back on the table. What do I mean? So we're gonna dig deep into it, we're gonna read into it. Congratulations to all those who effortlessly followed and took heed. Yeah, they bought the book and they've got it on the shelf, but no, bring it out, Clear the dust on it, Don't let it get a dust, So, and there's an audio of the book coming up in 2 weeks. That's the update I have from my brother. And he's written an earlier book as well. If you just Google the name, you know what I mean? Nowadays it's pretty much like a background check, You check, Google search, and then Victor Romanica, you see it will take you via Amazon or bookstore or whatever, depending on your search engine. And you're good. But, to get you interested even further, what do I mean? Is it worth reading? Auntie, those are the kind of questions people, is it worth my time? This is not a love story, guys. Don't start. You see, it's going to switch. You see, no, I'm not switching on this one. I'm not jumping into something else. I want to zero down to what you really need to know. When you read something, when you want to read something, you're trying to learn something, quote unquote. Maybe something, I would call that wisdom. Once growing up, we used to be told things, by our elders, our teachers, and grow up and see the world. No. You thought the world was in your hands. Hey! But it's just a blissful afternoon. The sun is out, and so the conversation was, usually I don't pick up calls over the weekend unless you are, unless you're inside person, inside circles. Victor calls me out, hey, those are, I know. Definitely I have to take the call, So we get talking. We talked, and we talk about different things, We have something coming up in the summer. And so it's like, what's happening, my brother, man? The book is shifting off the shelves, but we should give it a tailspin. People want to hear about the book. Yes, the audio is coming. That's the formal approach, But you want the vibe, innit? You want something to chew about. So, knowing me, knowing you, the best things are like having a conversation about it, What's wrong with my phone, man? Switched itself off. Just went dead. It's been out in the cold anyway, so we are talking, yeah, the book is doing well, let's not talk about selling the book or buying the book. Let's talk about the book itself, let's get tough. Let's get tough. Let's crack the nut. So, knowing Victor, Victor, I know Victor for such a long time, way back in school. We used to sit together. We used to play together, call it that, play school. School is school, everybody played in school. Apart from learning, what else did you do in school? Tell me. You played around, We did play, and we made lifelong friends as well, And there's a lot of memories you remember about. If I sat down and wrote down everything, say example, I wrote my 7 years in primary. It was just a small kind of a recount. 7 years from P1 to the things you remember. So Victor sitting down and writing something up isn't something out of the blue. I don't doubt him about what he writes. So you write what you read, you write what you hear, you write what you think. Are we together? Yep. Come on, I don't want to get the music going, Search the device, and it's a very good read, very good. It's not something you read in the bed, pillow talk, So I keep referring to things like that. Same old, like in my stories. I talk about pillow talk, I talk about bedroom talk, I talk about dining table talk, things like that. You have to draw a line. So, quote unquote, the Ugandan tells, for us who have read it, I have the book. There's no messing around that. So, let's get... Everything is frozen, man. Everything is frozen. It's so cold. Whatever. And yeah, it's connected now. We're good. So what we're going to do, my input as Kegus is going to be a conversation. We read chapters. I remember we did chapter 22. Poem. It's a collection of poems, and this time we are going to have a conversation about what we read. Probably in a very engaging way. I'm the kind of person who takes things like on the softer side, I don't take things so formally, seriously. You get me? But it helps for people who take things seriously. And we all do things differently, things work differently for all sorts of reasons. So, but my take is a conversation, and this week, yeah, we have the music, lovely music now. Conversation with Kegus, reading out the book chapter after chapter. So, minus the audio. The audio, I think I have not had the opportunity to listen to the audio because it's, I think, going through the final stages of whatever needs to be done, but Victor is happy with it. Probably he's had the access to whatever has been done, but my take It's going to be a conversation, a monologue. If you've been following what I'm doing, these vlogs where I talk about love, and I bring in a spin of stories and all that. I recount some of the things that have been a part of me, you know what I mean? What has been part of your life? What do you remember? Do you remember something? So if you remember something good, is it relevant? Probably. Or is it irrelevant? Remember when we used to write essays, those who did history, A-level probably, but I'm talking about uni now, essays and courseworks. Then they say, this is irrelevant. But it contributes to the discussion, but it's not relevant. And they box it out. Essay writing. So back in the days, school. You go to school to learn, but you're still learning up to now, you know what I mean? So you gotta learn something. If you get the book, and I'm not happy with pestering people, pestering you to it's called pester power. Repetitively doing something, So let me tell you the truth. My missus, she had it the harder way. I was around, I just couldn't let go, you know what I mean? So I said, hey guy on this guy, man. Tickle his fancy. So that's how it is. So Kegus is going to be around. And we are going to be around this book conversation. So, I just pick a chapter, a poem here in the book, and then I just talk about it. And the same way I'm doing my storylines. Those who are listening to what I'm talking about, you should learn. There are lessons to be learned. But we're always good at chastising, criticizing, or saying, oh, wow, whatever, this don't make sense. No, listen, pick out what works for you, what's helpful to you, probably smile about it and all that. Like yesterday, I was watching one of the lives on Facebook. My OG, Doreen, shout out, love you. She's hosting us on the 30th of July. And I know she's written a very good book about recipes and cooking. From food to the gut, something like that. That's the title of the book. And I was seeing everything she's doing in the kitchen. There's some magic. She's doing pumpkin and all that, putting things together. And I was like, okay. So, but she didn't know that what she was doing was being appreciated by so many people. And I'm going to let her know. I saw you cooking and I love what So, that is another take of doing things. And I think when you write something, it gives you that authority, plus the credibility, that what you're really putting together, because it's going to be published. It's gone through peer-to-peer review. It's been, when I'm talking about, people have done essays, people have done projects, and I would say pretty much I am comfortable with, all right, my buddy, all right, with that. With 3 degrees under my name, 3 degrees. So I've done dissertations, I've done research projects, I've done ethnographic studies, so many things. So when I read through something, I break it down. Yeah, you can't, because you have to do all these things. It's called an ethical approval. Is what you're doing ethically relevant? I wouldn't have touched this book or anything literary. Even it's like reading. So this is a good read, And then you give a review and whatever else you think. So in summary, let's get ready for this. So I'm going to put this video out for you guys to see what's coming, and imagine that taking you back probably if I was a lecturer or a professor or a teacher and I had my students with me, I would prepare them for my lessons and I say, next week we're going to do a discussion on this or whatever, this and that. Takes me back in the days of my lecture theater classes, you know. So you sit, lecturer is down and you're all up there, you know, looking down and all that, you know. But I always prefer to sit in the front. I've always liked sitting at the forefront. And don't quote me and say, because you said about your primary sweetheart, whatever, crashing on. No. She was a friend of mine, playmate probably. We used to play together, you know, primary, you know, kids, you know what I mean? It's not like, don't take it like different. So she used to, I don't know how she used to do it and bring food for me as well. In a flask. Come on. It doesn't get better than that, you know what I mean? It doesn't get better than that. You know, that's all love, you know, bring it on. Primary 7, Victor Ulida, Nanyanga, somebody used to bring me some good packed lunch. Anyway, let's get going, guys. Let's get going, and that's it. But anyway, this is just to warm you up, to warm you guys up, you know. It's not going to be anything far-fetched from what you would pretty much read. If you have the book, it would be very helpful that you can reference what I will be talking about. So I read one chapter, throw it around, toss it around, you know, throw in whatever I need to throw in, and you know, get you excited. I should become a teacher. What are you gonna teach us? Teach us about love. We know you, man. You love yourself. No. I don't love myself, guys. I'm a simple man. In my A level, I've always been with Victor. Always been with him in school. So everything, you know, and we respect our friendship. That's what, as well, I am honored to be proud of, you know, and he's been there through thick and thin, you know, through all the tough times, you know. Or somebody you can refer to, no. Can ask him anything and he'll give me some good advice. So I was even much more pleasantly surprised when he told me I'd started writing books. I said, oh, really? But I was not surprised because, you know, I remember in the literature class, he was always, we enjoyed our literature classes. We did the same combination, history, economics, literature, and divinity. Same class. So we always hung around the same circles of friends. Banji. If I shout out, everybody will say, yeah. That's love, Kegus. I think that's the day, I call it a day now. And my appreciation to all of you who expressed your sincere condolences to me upon my loss of a brother. We grew up together, China. You know, it's been humbling as well to me, you know, to see that people love me, you know. Through thick and thin, you know. We all lose loved ones. We all care about loved ones. So let's care about each other, you know. You know, I've been through a lot, you know. Remember how I began my journey, exercise and loss of weight, you know. I gave you the story. And it touched many of you people who are like, really? This can happen to Kegus? Our Kegus? Kegus Wafem? No. You know, it was to do with my health, my near-death experience. I collapsed and it was a high sugar diabetes and all that, high blood pressure, all that, you know. Now I'm in good hands. It's been a journey. I've lost all the weight, you know. So, and people have loved what I've done, and people have, you know, they talk about me in their conversation. Hey, oh, that man is good, Saja Mulunji. Yeah, you know, so, you know, Ongafu, you know, he's tried, you know. I haven't tried, I've fought, it's been a battle, you know, so. But anyway, that's digressing. So, sit tight, and all is coming. The Ugandan Tales, a literary work of poems, you know, written by Victor Romanyika, my OB from primary. He went to SMARC. I was asking him yesterday why I didn't come to SMARC. He cleared that out for me now. I've rested that case. I've ranted about it for 30 years. Why my first choice wasn't given to me, but now I know. UNEB computer. I went, then in Mark High, we met up again. Then he was asking me, okay, go switch to campus. My mom took me away, took me to Kenya. I said, you know, she was worried about me. You know, she was always caring about me, my mom. So moms out there, if you love your sons and you care about them, you have to be tough on them as well, you know. You know, you know what I mean? If teenagers, especially teenagers, you know, boys are not, you know what I mean? So it's so tight, you know. But those are moms. My OGs, you know, your moms, you know. So you know, these are kind of situations and all that. Yeah. Okay.